Uncle, please let this message reach millions of citizens whose lives are at risk of this deadly evil group. They are operating in all African countries except Egypt. Their goal is to grow the church of the devil. They know if they come to you direct, you won't listen to them. Now they are putting their evil small coffins in your pockets, handbags, in your cars, when you are in high congestion areas, in public areas. My brother was one of them. He confessed after massive death of our family members. My brother said the little coffin is a deadly. It is high. Yellow viewers, welcome once again to another educative episode of African Confessions HD, right here on Extraordinary Africa. My name is Solution Uncle. If you're still new in this show, we publish lifetime confessions. Usually we publish anonymously for their own safety reasons. Listeners, you have a challenge, you have a problem, don't be afraid, don't be shy. Send us your confession here on our WhatsApp number +263 775 597 775 +263 775 597 775, or you can contact our PR Fidel Goch at his Gmail account, fidelgoch@gmail.com. Listeners, you are still new here, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell. This will help you. Once we upload, you'll be notified. I don't want to continue waste your time. Let's go straight into the confessions. This is not my confession personally, but I consider it a family confession. Our life before and after my brother started serving this cult, which let them put coffins in people's pockets and bags, is so different. Before he joined the cult, we loved and understood each other. He loved and respected us, his family members. I was born in a family of 3 children in Polokwane. The firstborn was a girl, then followed by me. The last born was that cultist. He was a good person before he joined the group. This all started after our father died. He left with no one he was still respecting. He was saying, "Our father is no more. I won't respect you because you are not my parents." This was not good at all for him, who ended up splitting. He started doing hustles on his own. I was doing hustles on my own as we were growing up. He went to town. That's when everything changed. Mom died a mysterious death. Mom was returning from the fields. Then she recently said, my leg. It was my leg till she died. He was cold. He came very quickly and paid everything which was required at the funeral. This shocked everyone. Where was he getting the money from? He wasn't working a decent job. He never did a decent course so that he can have a better job whilst he was still growing up. After Daddy's death, he said he wasn't no longer wanting to go to school again. Mom failed to handle him and he left home and went to town. We were still going to school when Mom died, but it was shocking. Our young brother coming back home with all that man. For years, there's been misfortunes at our house. He wasn't coming. At some point, the house caught fire and we were left with no shelter. My sister was married, but at the end he ended up coming back home because he was always being beaten by the men for wetting in blankets. This was happening again and again. We went to prophets. Maybe she could be helped, but it wasn't. They were saying there is this evil power which is behind all this, and All the spiritualists we consulted were afraid of that power. My sister ended up staying with me at home till she died a mysterious death again. She was sweeping at the yard in the morning and just said, my leg. It was my leg and my leg. Now she's no more. I am married, but every child I am giving birth to is dying within a short period of time after birth. This is struggling me. I started going sangomas because I was tired of going to these white garment prophets. They were lying. They were not telling us the truth. So I went and consulted this sangoma. He is based in Zambia. A friend accompanied me. I have a friend who is now with riches. He accompanied me to that sangoma. That's when the sangoma gave us a charm and go and dig and put in our yard. I returned to South Africa and did as the sangoma told me to do. The next morning, I saw my brother coming back home without a car, unlike he used to do. He was walking, wearing junky clothes which were dirty. I was shocked. What's happening to you? Are you still okay? You are not used to do this. And he started mourning and say, brother, I'm sorry for what I did. I joined this group. We are scattered all over Africa, the members of that church, and we are recruiting people each and every day. One of the things I remember him telling me was that he goes with a satchel full of those evil coffins, and when people are at those places with high congestion, moving in pavements, you make sure that you put the coffin in the pocket of him or in the handbag of your hair, or throw some of the coffins in your cars. And it's not only him who was doing that. He said there are many, and I believe they are still there, because it's only my brother who came to the village and confessed. After confessing, he collapsed and died. That's what I remember my brother telling me. But before he died, a lot of things happened. We lost relatives here and there. We're always mourning. We're always at funerals. So he said they will give you that little coffin. You discover it when you are at home. When you open it, that's the way they can access you. You are now connected to their cult. You go in spirit. Some of the people who were going with my brother were not aware of what was happening, according to what he told me. This is what he told me the crew is doing. So my people, my cousins, it's okay when Solution Uncle told you to pray always. This is what is happening. I never heard from someone. I saw it. My brother died soon after telling me all this. And even to now, I'm still in shock. I lost many kids because of that. I lost my wives. Some of them gone. They are saying you are a person who is belonging to this evil family. I can't stay with you anymore. This is what happened in my life. This is what happened in my family. I am now one. I don't have any relative. But this is what they are doing. We need to be very careful when walking. Don't just walk. Don't go without praying. Now I am attending church services of this other church. May God bless you for listening. If you find my confession helpful, please share with your relatives and friends. Otherwise, they will be in trouble. I believe they are everywhere. According to my brother, those people have this deadly mission to finish. So let's be very careful. Our next confessions are strictly for the people above the age of 18. All viewers below the age are advised not to watch or listen. Yellow Solution Uncle, please publish anonymously. My girl and I were in a relationship for a year. She's a very devout Christian and told me we should not have sex until marriage. I loved her so much, so I agreed to it. Along the line, we couldn't control our ages, so we started doing foreplay. She somehow always stopped me when things were leading to penetration, but I messed up. I slept with a colleague at work. We did it 2 times. She wanted me, and I was already dating, but since I was sex-starving, I couldn't overcome it. She had no regrets, but I did. I didn't tell my girl, but the lady got pregnant, and she refused to abort. I fought with my mind, not knowing how to handle the mess, but I was able to confess to my lady that I'd impregnated someone else, but she was one I loved. She told me she wanted a break. I begged her for weeks, but she stayed away from me for about 7 months. My colleague and I were not in a thing, but I had to leave the job because of the shame and some policies. I got a different one and kept my obligations by sending her money consistently. My family also accepted her and named the baby. I visit them multiple times a week now and they are doing well. My parents are advising me to marry her because she is into me and I have been considering that, but I feel there's something missing. She is not like my girl. Meanwhile, my girl has also come back to text me to say she can't forget me and she wants us to come back together. My parents know her very well and used to approve our relationship, but are now advising me to marry the one who has a child with me. Guys, please advise me. I am 27. The next confession is as follows. Hide my identity. I was selling drinks in a kiosk until this man who is my customer said he will help me build it into a store. I know my husband well. He will not agree to that because it's a man, so I didn't tell him. He barely passes by my work and we meet at home every day. So the man gave me money, and within months they demolished the kiosk and turned into a concrete store. But at the end of the day, I had to tell him because by all means he will know. So I did, and for the past 3 weeks my husband has refused to talk to me. He claims I am not telling him everything. He said I have slept with the man in exchange for the gesture. The man has been making advances at me and he knows I am married too. He is also married, but I haven't given in. I have not even told my husband that the man has proposed love to me and I have turned him down. We have been married for 3 years with a child, and this is the longest he has given me the silent treatment. Please help me solve this cause. He doesn't even look at me even when I try to get his attention in
Our
bedroom.
next confession is as follows. I am male. I need opinions, guys. So I am sharing a room with this colleague of mine for the past year. We got hired through the same interview and he was from a different region. When I got a single room so close to the office, he begged me to accommodate him and he will pay me monthly. I needed money, so I agreed. The guy borrows everything and is becoming very annoying. One time I complained. He said, I don't know boys life. No problem. Recently, he was going for a program and he hasn't washed his things, so he borrowed my singlets. Later, I saw that he was wearing the same singlet for the whole week to work. He went to the program on Saturday and continued wearing the singlet from Monday to Thursday. It got very dirty, so I asked him about it and it turned into an argument. He said he will wash it before giving me to me so he can use it as many times he wants as far as he doesn't wash it. Then I visited my family one weekend and I returned to meet a lady. No problem. Later I saw a used condom on my bed. He couldn't even get rid of it because I came back, so I wouldn't know what happened, but it was there for me to see. The bed we share and the mattresses are all mine. Even the rent I pay 2 months advance. So, cause he said he didn't have, he has been paying me monthly from his pay. Most of the things in the room are mine. Fridge, TV, sofa. I've had roommates in school, but this guy's attitude is something else. And when you talk, you just dismiss it like it's nothing and walk out of the room. I can't leave the place. I paid for 2 years and he is still paying me his half. How do I handle this? I told him I'll refund his money for him to leave the place, and we almost fought physically because he said he will not go anywhere. I am 29, he is 33, yet acts like a child. Please advise on. He is now my headache.